It's a cold winter morning in Calcutta, Kolkata, as they call it these days. But some things never change. Not in Kolkata. The smog. No, fog is a better word, more romantic, concealing, revealing, and the trams moving like shadows scurrying home at daybreak. And me, I am following my nose all the way from Canada, seeking garlic, red peppers, soya, and sesame oil, and someone larger than life. Breakfast in Calcutta's Chinatown on a Sunday morning. Sun Yat-sen Street, named after China's very own Mahatma Gandhi. Among the Chinese, no matter what the political persuasion may be, everybody swears by Dr. Sun Yat-sen. I guess it's the same everywhere. You almost wonder where to begin. Maybe this is a good place to begin my search for Fat Mama.
I used to remember we had a market here before Port Court was built. We had a market here. We used to go and buy her soup, stir fry with vegetable and chicken julienne. And she used to cook that rice noodles in soup. And it cost only 4 anise. We used to have that 4 anise, one bowl. And that was for breakfast. And it tasted very good. I always remember that.
Outside, there's a hint of excitement in the air. Prawn wafers getting their suntans in time for the Chinese New Year ahead. And a gaggle of children preparing for the big day. That little girl is Hua Mulan, named after a legendary female warrior. Hua Mulan is also the name of the group. But Mr. Tung and Mr. Tsin are pensive. One is of Hakka origin, an ex-vice principal. The other, a Cantonese furniture maker. Together in Calcutta's melting walk.
Chinatown is not like before. Before we have so many children on the road, so much life, they chase each other, they fight, they make noise. When you see the ice cream wala coming, then you see how they run after him and then take out the money, trying to grab the first one before the other gets. And it's such a joy to see all this. But now where are they?
The children are still there, but in smaller numbers than ever. It's the same with the family-run Chinese eateries. The population of the Chinese in Calcutta is indeed down. Down from the days when they came through China and Hong Kong to India by ship, simply from one British colony to another. Down from a peak of nearly 50,000 to less than 5,000 today. There's great street food in Calcutta's Chinatown even today. Aspiring fat mamas too. But the real fat mama, there's no one quite like her.
Take the case of Fat Mama. She was really fat and she behaved like a mama. Whenever anybody goes to the cooking, you can see her just sitting in front of the stove. There's no kitchen. She cooked very nicely, and especially when she cooks, it's not only for the stomach, also for your mind.
Like Fat Mama, this Chinese newspaper closed down one morning a few years ago, never to open again.
हमको अफसोस है ये छापा खाना में इंडिया होता है बहुत सबसे पुराना अभी 65 years हो गया अभी बच्चा लोग चीना लोग का पढ़ना नहीं मांगता है सब तो हिंदी में और इंग्लिश में अभी हम लोग चाइनीज का जो लेका लोग जो लेका लेकी लोग वो लोग भी इंडिया लाना नहीं मांगता है वो लोग सब चला गया कनाडा अमेरिका ऑस्ट्रेलिया वो सब का खुशी है इसीलिए तो हम लोग छापा खाना भी नहीं चलाने सकता है.
One of the typesetters, now without a job, still visits the press to feed the fish and just to be with his type family. A large family, quite a bunch of characters. The only Chinese newspaper to survive comes out of this printing press, without a sound. It is completely handwritten every morning using Chinese calligraphy, then photocopied and distributed by the end of the day. It is published in Tangra, Calcutta's other Chinatown, built over land reclaimed from mosquito-infested swamps over 100 years ago. Today, the industry is compelled to move again. Environmental concerns. Tangra is also the home of fancy restaurants, large sauce factories, and a host of small industries. Maybe that's why Tangra has high walls, steel gates, and some rather large padlocks. Maybe that's why Mr. Lee Kasyong, Tangra's leading feng shui expert, is so busy at New Year's time. Mr. Lee is more than 80 years old, but for him, some memories are as vivid as yesterday as I prod him gingerly.
以前中国嘅一個中式人白咩，印度人嘅非烏門，是好像中國發展皮婆啊，這個買嘅炒飯上面又便宜又多又十分出名，間人都抵的。
Back in the good old Chinatown in the heart of the city, things other than food are warming up. Yet another male preserve has been broken by an all-woman dragon dance group, the Huamulan.
During the time of war, each family was supposed to send one male member for the war. But in Famula's family, only male member was her father. He was really old, so what she does is she disguises herself as a male of the family and she goes for the war. And she has a very important role to play in winning the war for China, and it is only later on that they find out that she's a girl. So this is basically we draw our inspiration from her, and that's how her name has come about. We are probably the only women's group in the world.
At the Mahjong clubs of Calcutta's Chinatown, the legendary female warrior would be just as pleased with the spirit of combat. It keeps the elderly so alert, so focused, so competitive. But one conflict that nobody was prepared for changed everything one morning in 1962. The Indo-China War. As the two giant neighbors and one-time friends battled it out in the mountains, an unspoken human tragedy unfolded in Calcutta and other Indian cities where the Chinese lived. Thanks to the Defense of India rules and two words that can so easily be misused, national interest, Chinese schools, Chinese newspapers, and many Chinese business establishments were forced to shut down. Even those Chinese with Indian nationality were not spared.
मेरा नाम है मिस्टर लू यू सेन। आज हम बोल रहा जो हम 62 में इंसिस्टी हुआ आप पता देगा दुनिया में मतलब मालूम होगा मेरा सफ़र क्या हुआ। मेरा पिताजी इंडियन सिटीजनशिप और हम
born and brought up in India also. हमें लेता था शिलोंग में ड्यू टू चाइना एंड इंडिया वॉर में हुआ था पुलिस आके पूरा हमारा फैमिली उठा के लेके गया और कोई इंफॉर्मेशन पहला भी हम लोग को कोई खबर नहीं भेजा ऐसा होकर के लेके किया जेल खाना में शिलोंग से लेके गया राजस्थान 60 रोज का ट्रेन का ऊपर रास्ता है राशन हम लोग को दिया मगर खाने को पकाने को टाइम नहीं दिया पूरा और रास्ता में गाड़ी जो लोका पकाने का टाइम में खाना भी पक नहीं हुआ जो स्टार्ट हो गया बड़ा गाड़ी आओ चलो इसी से आधा कच्चा खा दिया राजस्थान 4 साल में रह गया और बाद में हम लोग को रिलीज हुआ 1966 और है हम पूरा फैमिली का ऊपर हमको 30 रुपया ऊपर से पैसा दिया रास्ता खाने को मगर रास्ता में सोचिए एक स्टेशन में एक आदमी एक मेंबर के लिए 1.5 रुपया खाना और कुली भाड़ा हमारा चल गया 16-17 रुपया ऊपर और बाकी रुपया जो हमारा पूरा खाना पैक में नहीं होता है इसी से हम लोग बहुत तकलीफ से पहुंचा गुवाहाटी 2 रोज 3 रोज में हमको खाना नहीं मिला क्यों थोड़ा बहुत रुपया जो मिला था बचा था हमारा बाल बच्चा को पहले दिया पूरी खाने को जो हम शिलोंग में वापस आया तो हम जन दिया गवर्नमेंट हमको हम मेरा प्रॉपर्टी ऑक्शन हो चुका
It was very trying, and we'd rather not have it again because we were very scared that we will be taken back to Rajasthan, and they were saying that if we go to Rajasthan, we will have to start all over again. We won't have anything, no food, no drink, no clothes, no nothing. So he's saying some people will also come and take us out away in the middle of the night. So we were very scared.
Since the day I was born, I remember the life was very smooth. We feel wanted. We were somebody in this land. But then came the shock in 62. After that day, that year, that incident, we were no more feeling the same as before.
We heard a lot of things about people have been taken to Rajasthan camp who was in the border area. We are not allowed to move out anywhere, even to Howrah station or to Dum Dum or to any place, but we have to need a permit for that.
The incident that creates most fear is picking up in the midnight. They come at midnight and catch people and take them away. And many of them to us, they are very innocent people, very good people. This makes many people begin to feel this is not the place for them anymore. They begin to look for new pasture.
Most Indian Chinese headed for Toronto. Maybe opportunity, maybe the familiar trams. This supermarket is owned by an Indian Chinese.
My name is David. I came to Canada in 1979 from Calcutta, India. And ever since I have stayed in Canada, I've only been back to India once. Most of our customers are Indian Chinese from India, and we have a lot of Indian people from India too shopping here. This is tandoori chicken. And then Indian Chinese people, they love to come here to buy these things, and we have different variety. All you have to do is grill it and it's ready.
David's brother Ivan practices holistic Chinese medicine in Toronto. Ivan treats all kinds of aches and pains and other ailments. But some hurts don't heal easily.
During 1962, that time I'm still young, but I still remember at that time when when China and India have a war, then we have a lot of trouble. We have to have a work permit to go out of the Tangra. Then we have not allowed to go 24 hours living at home. I have to be at home. That time I finished the welding school in Indian Oxygen. I go to Garden Ridge. I can't even can get inside to get an interview. I just only show my diploma and everything, sit for 2 hours. Then he comes and say, yo, Chinese, No, I'm sorry.
At the annual picnic of the Indian Chinese Association in Toronto, you can meet lawyers, teachers, technicians, and some very articulate senior citizens.
I was 24 when the Indian-China border conflict in the 1962. The Chinese people in India is very difficult. They cannot move around in the city. And all the Chinese have to apply for the permission to stay. Every year, you have to go to the office to apply the called security office to apply for the permit to stay in India for extension.
As usual, the last word belongs to a lawyer.
In my view, any war where there are people being persecuted and anyone who's being treated differently would fall in my definition as being unjust. I don't believe my people want monetary compensation, but my people want an acknowledgement by not just the Indian government, but just by the Indians to know that we formed a part of that community at the time when we were living over there, and we also made a positive contribution, not just to the economy, but also to the cultural fabric of Calcutta.
There are some very pleasant memories too, like the memory of a woman selling noodles in Calcutta's Chinatown.
Oh yes, I remember Fat Mama. And she's our favorite place to go. You know, in India, it's very hot, I remember. In the nighttime, you know, that's a good place to go. And the eating place is open. There's no roof, no shelter, you know, it's open. She cook those chicken rice noodles soup. It's delicious, you know. That's Hakka style, you know. They put the spice. And still today, I always looking for this kind of food, you know. But I miss a lot.
The most powerful link remains Hindi cinema.
तुमसे अच्छा कौन है दिल जिगर लो जान लो हम तुम्हारी है सनम तुम हमें पहचान लो तुमसे अच्छा कौन है
सुहानी रात ला 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 ना जाने तुम कब आओगी
सबसे लड़की मेरा प्यार लड़की किसी को मेरा प्यार अरे कितना मेरे कितना तेरे कितना दिल में क्या सोचा मेरे हिंदुस्तानी की प्यारे कुबा.
That's right.
Back in the sunshine of Calcutta's Chinatown, the Chinese New Year is fast approaching. Most important on the shopping list are lettuce leaves to feed the dragons. New Year is also a time for generosity and for hope.
伊叫做啲人嘅思想喺影病人嘅科技，反正中國人、印度人，你相來要好，國外嘅事情呢就不必議論了。
Chinese Indian relations have improved. Jiang Zemin from China has visited us Indians here, and Sonia Gandhi also visited China a while ago. And Li Peng, his wife also came to Calcutta, India, and went to Agra, Taj Mahal, and they had taken their photographs there. So we know Our Chinese-Indian relations have improved much more since 1962.
Come New Year's Day, and the dragons are out in the streets in force, gleefully devouring lettuce and gifts of cash. At night, the dragon dance groups take the stage. Once again, it's the Huamulan girls who steal the show. Everything begins and ends at the old Chinese temple in Achipur, where the first Chinese came to Calcutta over 200 years ago. Fat Mama is no more. She is probably in a Chinatown somewhere above, still making those heavenly noodles. And the Chinese, like trams in Calcutta, are going, but not gone.